Hello everyone! In this video, I will teach you how to prove a statement if it is true for every natural number. First, let us define what is mathematical induction. Mathematical induction is a mathematical technique which is used to prove a statement, a formula, or a theorem is true of every natural number. The technique involves two steps to prove a statement as stated steps 1, base step, and it proves that statement is true for the initial value. Let's have an example. Prove that 1 raised to 3 plus 3 raised to 3 plus 5 raised to 3 plus so on plus the quantity of 2n minus 1 raised to 3 is equal to n squared times 2n squared minus 1. Let us use verification. If our n is k, that is p of k is true. So 1 is n squared. Our 1 here is from the 1 raised to 3. So 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. So 1 is n squared times 2n minus 1. Let us substitute our n, which is 1. So 1 squared times 2 times 1 squared minus 1. So 1 times 1 is 1 and times 2. Now let us multiply 1 to the power of 2. So 1 times 1 is 1. So it will be 2 minus 1 is 1 and 1 times 1 is 1. Therefore, our p of 1 is true. Now let us use induction. So our n is k. Let us assume that the proposition is true for some positive integer n is k, where n is equal to k. So 1 raised to 3 plus 3 raised to 3 plus 5 raised to 3 plus so on plus the quantity of 2k minus 1 is equal to k squared times 2k squared minus 1. As you noticed here, we are replacing our n to k. Now, proving using the left side. Prove the statement is true for the next positive integer. If our n is equal to k plus 1, so let n is k plus 1. 1 raised to 3 plus 3 raised to 3 plus 5 raised to 3 plus so on plus quantity of 2 times k plus 1 minus 1 raised to 3 is equal to k plus 1 raised to 2 times 2 k plus 1 raised to 2 minus 1. Now in this example, we will notice that we are replacing our n to k plus 1. And we will prove if we use k plus 1, it must be true. Or let us prove the statement if it is true or not. Okay. Now, let us use our answer here. If our n is k, so let us use this. Now, it would be like this. So, k squared, now we'll copy that. K squared times 2k squared minus 1, no, which is from here. Okay, from here. So it would be k squared times 2k squared minus 1. Plus, let us bring down this part, this 1. Then we'll put here. So it would be plus 2 times k plus 1 minus 1 raised to 3 is equal to, let us bring down this from this. Okay, now let us multiply this 1 and this 1 and also this 1. So it would be like this. k squared times 2k squared. So if you will multiply the same exponent, so you will just copy the common exponent. So it will be k squared times 2k squared is 2k squared minus 1 times k squared, so it would be k squared, plus just copy here, plus 2k plus 2 minus 1, 3. So as you notice, we will multiply the 2 times k is 2k plus 2 times 1 is 2 minus 1, just copy, then raise to 3. And here, we will multiply k plus 1 since it will be squared. It will be in the parentheses and squared. So it would be k squared plus k plus 1. And then just multiply 2k plus 1. I mean k plus 1 since we notice that it would squared here. So it would be k plus 1 squared. So the correct answer is k squared plus k plus 1 minus 1. Next, we will multiply this one and also this one. So the answer would be 2k squared minus k squared plus 2k plus 1. Now we will just subtract this 2 minus 1 is it will be 1, and just copy k squared plus k plus 1. So if you will add k plus k, it will be 2k. So k squared plus 2k plus 1, and then just copy the 2 times k squared plus k plus 1. But you just add this 2. So it would be 2k. The same with this one. Okay. Next, k squared minus k squared plus 2k plus 1, because it powered by 3 or raised to 3, so it would be 3. You just multiply that 1, and then just bring down this 1 to this and multiply the 2 and k squared plus 2k plus 1, then minus 1. So it would be 2k squared. So 2 times k squared is 2k squared plus 2k minus 2. 2k times 2 is 4k, and 1 times 2 is 2, then minus 1. So it would be like this. 2k squared minus k squared plus 4k squared plus 2k plus 1. This answer, this 4k squared plus 2k plus 1, we will just multiply this 2. So we cannot multiply the 3, so we'll just multiply the 2 first, then the next one. Okay, so just copy this one. Next is, we will multiply the other 2k plus 1. So just copy 2k squared minus k squared, and we will multiply this one. 4k squared, so from here, 4k squared times 2k is 8k cubed. When you multiply the different exponent, as you can see, we just add. If it is the same, you just copy the common exponent, but if it is not the same, you just add. So we will have a constant one here, an invisible one. We will not put one here. Okay, so it will be 4k squared times 2k is 8k cubed, then 4k squared times 1 is 4k squared, then proceed to 2k here 2k, and then so 2k times 2k is 4k squared times 2k plus 1, or 2k times 1 would be 2k, and then same with the 2k squared, 2k times 2k is 4k squared plus 2k. Then 1 times 2k is 2k, and 1 times 1 is 1. So here we will multiply also. So k squared multiplied by this. So just follow the FOIL method. But let us proceed to the first one. So k squared times 2k squared would be 2k squared because it has the same exponent. So it would be 2k squared. And then k squared times 4k is 4k cubed, as what I have said earlier, that we will copy the exponent if it is multiplication, if it is different exponent, okay? But if it is the same, you will just copy the common exponent. So it would be 4k cubed. Then k squared times 1 is k squared. Then next is same 2k times, so 2k times 2k squared would be 4k cubed, and then 2k times 4k is 8k squared, and 2k times 1 is 2k. And then next would be 1 times 2k squared is 2k squared, 1 times 4k is 4k, and 1 times 1 is 1. So we will combine like terms, no? So the answer would be in this left side, if the answer will be face us, no? The left side would be 8k cubed plus 13k squared plus 6k plus 1. So the next, on the right side, the correct answer would be 8k cubed plus 13k squared plus 6k plus 1. So therefore, our p of k plus 1 is true, because as you can see, the correct answer is the same. So if it is the same, our statement is true. So thank you for listening, guys, and I hope that you understand and you've learned something. And just comment in the comment section if you have something to ask or you want to learn more. Thank you and have a good day.